It starts with a boy watching a video where people are freaking out over some creator who's apparently destroying the whole manly mindset Daxian women have been building for centuries. He just blinks at the screen, confused, wondering where the hell he's ended up. It's been 2 days since he got reborn here, and he still can't wrap his head around this weird, heavy human body and this upside-down world. Back in his original life, he wasn't just anyone. He was the emperor, top of the cultivation world, and now he's stuck in the body of some random high school kid. He tried searching the internet to understand this place better, only to find crazy stories, like men getting harassed, which was almost unheard of in his world. Here, everything's flipped. Women are the dominant ones. They work, get married, have daughters, bring home the money. Men stay home and take care of things. What really frustrates him is the complete lack of spiritual energy. His spirit is damaged, and in a world like this, recovery is next to impossible. From what he remembers, he and the demon Venerable had fought such an intense battle that it shattered the void. Both of them lost their physical forms. He barely survived, and his soul managed to slip through into this world, just in time to enter the body of a dead boy. The body belonged to Lin Mo, a rich kid, average student, nothing special. He had no clue that the demon Venerable might have made it here too. For now, the Emperor has no option but to go along with this identity, keep a low profile, and survive as Lin Mo. Going through Lin Mo's memories, he sees that the kid lost both his parents in a car crash. His grandma, who raised him, now has Alzheimer's and is in the hospital. Left completely alone, Lin Mo's distant aunt stepped in as his guardian, but she and her family didn't come to help. They moved in and took over. They took his house, his stuff, everything. And since Lin Mo was weak, powerless, and had no one, he had no choice but to accept it. Now, the Emperor throws on Lin Mo's school uniform and heads out. At breakfast, the whole leech of a family is sitting there. His aunt casually jokes about his engagement to a girl named Yan Hui, like it's some throwaway adult talk. But when the Emperor digs into Lin Mo's memories, he finds out the engagement was arranged by Lin Mo's grandmother. Yan Hui had rejected him, brutally. She said she wouldn't marry someone that fat. The heartbreak had distracted Lin Mo so badly that he walked into the street and got hit by a truck. That's what killed him, and let the Emperor take over his body. Later, the aunt had canceled the engagement like it was nothing. Sitting at that same breakfast table, the Emperor finally snaps. He tells them flat out not to arrange any marriages. Everyone freezes, confused by the sudden shift in his tone. He ignores them and quietly keeps eating. His new human body still needs food to function. During the meal, his cousin keeps droning on about changing schools, but the Emperor shuts that down too, says he's happy where he is. In truth, he just doesn't want to waste his time arguing with someone this dumb. About an hour later, they all pile into a car and head to school. But right before they get out, his cousin stops him, telling him not to walk in with him, because he's embarrassed to be seen together. Pathetic. When they reach school, the Emperor takes in the architecture and design. He's kind of impressed, but he's also disturbed. Boys are walking around showing their legs, and girls are openly commenting on them. He reminds himself to tune out the noise and stay focused. His main goal is to regain strength before the demon Venerable does. From Lin Mo's memories, he learns he's in class 2 of the senior year. He heads there. The moment he steps in, the teasing starts. Girls call him Yan Hui's boyfriend and ask if he's confessed yet. He doesn't even respond. Internally, he's cringing at how shallow mortals can be. He thinks about rebuilding this body through cultivation. But without spiritual energy or rare ingredients, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Suddenly, his tablemate Yuno cuts in. She tells him that Yan Hui won't like him unless he loses weight, and she can help him with that. The Emperor gives her a look. She clearly wants something. He asks her outright what she wants, throwing her off for a second. Then she admits it. She needs a favor. Turns out, all she wants is someone to play video games with her. If he helps her out, she promises to introduce him to a girl even prettier than Yan Hui. She also says she'll take him to Waju Mountain during summer break to see the stars. She warns that he wouldn't make it up there alone. That's when the Emperor starts paying attention. In his world, tall mountains often gathered spiritual energy. Waju Mountain, also known as 5 Bamboo Mountain, is one of the tallest peaks around. If there's energy in this world at all, that's where it'll be. Seeing this as a chance to possibly cultivate again, he agrees. Yuno's thrilled. She says she already booked the computer lab and got a third-year student to help. The place will be empty after school. Just the 2 of them, gaming. After school, they head to the computer club. Yuno reassures him that no one will interrupt them. She went out of her way to cancel all other activities just for this. They sit at the computers and log in using their IDs. The game they're about to play is a theme-based action RPG. As the game starts, the Emperor quickly realizes something. This game's mechanics are eerily similar to the world of Immortals. The sword techniques, the magic spells, even the way characters can fly. It all mirrors the cultivation methods he knew back in his original world. That realization triggers a thought. Maybe there really are immortals hiding in this world. He decides to stay cautious. Despite being in a new body, all those years of combat training kick in. Even though it's just a game, the Emperor takes it seriously. He refuses to lose, even to a mortal. His sharp skills show in his gameplay as he completely dominates, defeating the top-ranked player. Yuno comes over to congratulate him, but she's shocked to see how much he's sweating. The Emperor is equally stunned. He hadn't expected using spiritual energy, even in such a minor way, to cause his body to physically react like this. It hits him how fragile this human form really is. On the other side of the screen, the girl they just beat, Uding, refuses to accept her loss. She's irritated and demands another match. But the Emperor's character hurls a sword from afar, landing a clean strike on her in-game knee. Her teammate tries to talk her down, saying they've already lost. But Uding isn't having it. She orders her friend to call in backup immediately. Yuno receives a message from them and quickly agrees to meet up. She turns to Lin Mo and praises his skill. He gives her a simple reminder not to forget her promise about Waju Mountain, then leaves without any further small talk. Back home, the Emperor, still in Lin Mo's body, drops into bed. He can't stop thinking about how delicate this body is. The next day, as he steps out of the car at school, his cousin approaches him. Yan Hui, apparently, has asked his cousin to explain to their classmates that the engagement wasn't real. Lin Mo simply walks away, saying there's no need to clarify anything that's already false. His cousin is left fuming. When he gets to class, Yuno is the first to greet him. She tells him that the person they played against in the game was none other than Uding, a student at their school. Yuno says Uding now wants to meet Lin Mo, or rather, his character, Mama Baby, in person. She tries to assure him that Uding wouldn't hurt a guy. He snaps back that he's not some mama baby, but before the conversation can continue, Yan Hui barges in, slamming her hand on his desk. She demands they settle things once and for all. She claims he keeps saying their marriage isn't fake. Yuno jumps in, accusing Yan Hui of going too far, but Yan Hui turns the question back on her, asking if she's into Lin Mo. Lin Mo doesn't hold back. He tells Yan Hui that whether their marriage contract is real or not, it doesn't matter. There's no future between them. Yan Hui is visibly shaken by his directness, but tries to save face. She tells him never to mention marrying her again because the idea disgusts her. She even says that every time she came to his house, it wasn't to see him. Lin Mo remains unfazed. His classmates, meanwhile, are low-key impressed by how confidently he's handling the situation. Then, Uding storms into the classroom with her crew, demanding the so-called Mama Baby show himself. Everyone immediately turns toward Lin Mo. He's beyond annoyed. Just because of this body, everyone keeps calling him that ridiculous name. Yuno apologizes to him, saying she really just wanted to play a game, and that he can beat or scold her later if he wants. Just please come with her. Uding is shocked when Lin Mo steps forward. She had assumed the person who played against her was a girl. She asks if he's the one who crossed the line in the game yesterday. After he confirms it, she tells him to meet her after school for a rematch. He bluntly replies that he doesn't play games. He just happened to beat her by luck, and walks away. Uding is left speechless. She turns to her friend and mutters that the fat guy doesn't even know who she is. Her friend points out that Lin Mo just got dumped and has nothing left to lose. That might be why he's not scared of her. Uding, irritated, orders her friend to drag Lin Mo to her at noon. Back in the classroom, everyone is buzzing with curiosity about why Uding wants to talk to Lin Mo. He ignores them and heads to his seat. Yuno leans in, telling him that if he really wants to play games alone, she'll do that with him. She even promises to take him to the mountain and bring along some girls to meet him. He tells her not to bring anyone else. She pauses, then flirts, saying that in skirts, she barely recognizes people anyway. She even jokes that she's worse than Yan Hui. The Emperor is getting more and more annoyed with her nonsense. When class ends, one of Uding's friends comes to take Lin Mo with her, but finds he's already gone. Turns out, he headed to the cafeteria alone and packed his food to eat somewhere quieter. People's stares and comments about his body irritate him. He's still not used to this noisy world full of shallow mortals. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the school, something much darker is happening. Somewhere else on campus, a girl named Xin is having a very different experience. Her body has just been taken over by a powerful demon. Xin, in her weakened state, learns that she's suffering from a fatal illness and is expected to die within a year. The demon offers her a choice: merge their souls and live, or die as scheduled. She promises Xin that if they merge, she'll grant her every wish. Xin agrees, and the fusion begins. The demon claims that from now on, 18 years of Xin's life will now belong to her as well, Even as they merge, the demon reflects bitterly on her past, how she worked for 1,000 years just to kill the Emperor. Yet, even in victory, she didn't feel satisfied, only empty. All she has left is the dream of rebuilding the demon realm. But there's one thing she fears, that the Emperor may still be alive, and if he is, he definitely won't die easily. She must be cautious. Despite everything, this new world intrigues her. Back in the demon realm, no matter how strong she was, her gender kept her from gaining recognition. The men there never respected her. They only tried to control her. That's why she masked herself with power and fear, destroying those who tried to tame her. Here, though, things are different. In this world, men are considered weak, and the cultivation path is more accessible if only the spiritual energy weren't so low. And on top of that, she's now in a body that naturally draws attention from boys. Her thoughts are cut short when she realizes someone's following her. Turning around, she finds Lin Mo walking behind her. She glares at him and tells him not to follow her. There's no way anything would ever happen between them, but he doesn't even respond. He just walks right past her, leaving her stunned. That shakes her up. She begins to think that regaining her power and leaving this world as soon as possible might be the best move. But somehow, she ends up walking in the same direction as Lin Mo again. Now, he's heading toward the rooftop. She pauses. Ordinary students don't usually go there. What if he's planning to end his life? At first, she brushes the thought aside, but Zin's memories reveal that her friend once committed suicide from that same spot. She asks the real Zin internally if she wants to help the boy. When she senses a yes, she sprints up the stairs. When she gets there, Lin Mo is already standing on the ledge, arms out, facing the wind. She tries to use her powers to pull him back, but then remembers she doesn't have them anymore. So she rushes forward and yanks him down manually. Because of his weight, he crashes onto her, almost breaking her ribs. Angry and confused, he demands to know what she's doing. Zin says she just wanted to ask him what he was planning, and that if he needed a quiet place, he shouldn't cause trouble. The Emperor, still inside Lin Mo, is stunned. She really thought he was going to jump. He chuckles dryly and offers her a hand, telling her she's got quite the imagination. He was just enjoying the cool breeze. Then he adds that he's not interested in her either, which makes her visibly annoyed. She tells him to go away. Back in class, Yuno asks him where he went. Apparently, Yuding and her group had been looking for him and had told him not to leave school. Lin Mo's patience wears thin. He tells Yuno this is her problem, and she needs to solve it herself. She insists on accompanying him to Uding, hoping things won't escalate if she's there too. She explains that Uding didn't get enough fun during the last match and just wants a rematch. If he lets her win, she'll leave him alone. Lin Mo refuses. Yuno begs, reminding him that Uding is the eldest daughter of the influential Yu family. Messing with her could bring serious consequences. He's unmoved. She pleads, saying she'll owe him anything he wants, even offering to take him for barbecue again. That gets his attention. He finally agrees, but reminds her not to forget the Waju mountain trip. After class, Lin Mo remembers how his weight might have actually cracked Zin's ribs. He's a little concerned, but shrugs it off. After all, there were no ambulances. She probably just fainted or left. Still, he figures he should check. Back on the rooftop, Zin is in pain. She hadn't been able to move since Lin Mo's body landed on her. With no phone signal, cold wind all around, and no powers to help herself, she lies there shivering, angry that she, a once powerful demon, is now crying out for help. She reflects bitterly. The Emperor may be the only one who could truly defeat her, and yet she's the one defeated by a fat mortal. Just then, Lin Mo returns. She's shocked and asks why he came back. He doesn't answer. He just sits beside her and checks her condition. Her ribs are definitely broken. He tells her she's too fragile and should do some exercise, which completely offends her. She snaps at him, saying she works out way more than someone who's so heavy that he literally broke her bones. He ignores the jab, takes off his jacket, and gently places it over her shoulders. He says it's windy up here and reminds her to be careful. After all, she's still a woman. He tells her that this whole situation started because of a misunderstanding, and now that it's cleared up, he'll call an ambulance. Then, they'll be even. Zin tells him to take his jacket back, but he says he knows she probably hates his clothes just because he's fat, but her body is too weak to argue. She can throw it away after the ambulance arrives. Internally, the demon reflects that she, a deity, should never look down on a mortal body again. This fat boy, at least, seems decent. Soon, the ambulance arrives and takes her away. Lin Mo returns home. As soon as Lin Mo walks in through the front door, his cousin stops him with an annoyed expression, demanding to know why Uding was looking for him at school. Lin Mo doesn't even react. The cousin continues, criticizing him, saying that people like Uding wouldn't want anything to do with someone like him, and that he shouldn't cause trouble for the family. Lin Mo stays silent and walks past him. That only makes his cousin angrier. He threatens to tell his mom to kick Lin Mo out of the house. That's when Lin Mo stops, turns around, and says firmly, "This is my home too." His cousin is furious. He raises his hand to slap him, but Lin Mo grabs it mid-air, effortlessly stopping him. The emperor inside is amused that such weak mortals would even dare lift a hand against him. Lin Mo pushes the cousin aside, who falls down dramatically, crying and calling out to his dad for help, claiming Lin Mo bullied him. The father comes charging in and tries to slap Lin Mo as well. But just like before, Lin Mo grabs his hand and calmly warns both of them not to mess with him again. Shocked, the cousin and uncle quickly call for Lin Mo's aunt, saying he's gone wild. When she arrives, she scolds Lin Mo, telling him that no matter what happened, he should still apologize to his elders. The emperor finds it laughable that she's the first person to ever ask an emperor to apologize. He refuses. She threatens to cut off his allowance if he doesn't say sorry. He brushes it off and simply heads back to his room. Back in his room, the emperor realizes he'll need money soon. He can't keep depending on this family. He decides to sell some of Lin Mo's clothes online, but the online buyers are so annoying that it irritates him more than it helps. Frustrated, he mutters about how humiliating it is for someone like him, a once great emperor, to be worried about basic things like money. He thinks about regaining spiritual energy and decides to work out a little, just like in his past training. But this human body gives out after just 3 minutes. He's exhausted. Then he gets a call from Yuno. She tells him that his cousins Zixuan and Yan Hui will be joining them on the Waju mountain hiking trip. If he wants, they could go alone some other day instead. But Lin Mo says it's fine. He'll still join the group tomorrow. He doesn't want mortal drama to shake his resolve. The next morning, as he steps out for breakfast, Zixuan starts mocking him again, asking why he's up so early and whether Yan Hui invited him. Lin Mo ignores him. Soon, the bus arrives to take them all hiking. Zixuan rushes out and greets Yan Hui near the bus. When they're seated together, Zixuan nervously tells Yan Hui about how Lin Mo beat him up the night before and even fought his dad. Yan Hui, surprised by Lin Mo's boldness, suggests maybe they shouldn't bring him along to the mountain. But Yuno reminds them that she already invited him, so he's coming no matter what. Zixuan and Yan Hui start mocking Lin Mo again, laughing about whether he'll even be able to climb the mountain. But Yuno puts a stop to it. Because she organized the whole trip, they can't argue with her. When Lin Mo finally gets on the bus, Yan Hui immediately confronts him, asking why he bullied Zixuan. Yuno steps in, claiming it must have been a misunderstanding, and suggests Lin Mo sit in the front. Lin Mo silently takes the seat, his thoughts focused on what the mountain might offer spiritually. As the bus rolls forward, the emperor catches sight of a motorcycle speeding up next to them. It screeches to a halt right in front of the bus, startling everyone. It's Uding. She's tracked them down. Yuno is visibly annoyed. She mutters that Uding is only chasing after Lin Mo because she lost a game. She storms over to ask Uding what she's doing here. Uding immediately spots Lin Mo and starts teasing him in front of everyone, calling him fat and joking loudly. She tells Lin Mo to ditch the mountain trip and come with her to an internet cafe. She even offers to help him get back together with Yan Hui. Lin Mo responds coldly, telling her to stop bothering him. Uding crouches down beside his seat and asks playfully if he'll ever accept a challenge from her again. The emperor suddenly notices something strange about the amulet she's wearing. It has traces of spiritual energy, weak, but definitely refined. And although the energy is real, it's been crudely handled, something a cultivator would never do. It can't be the demon venerable's work. Uding presses again, asking if he'll play with her. Lin Mo says he'll play after the mountain trip, thinking it might help him find other cultivators or clues. Yuno invites Uding to join them on the hike, and she agrees. Taking a seat right next to Lin Mo, she pulls out her phone and asks if he has one too, challenging him to another game. He agrees, but on one condition: if he wins, she owes him something. The game begins. They set their terms, and within minutes, Lin Mo easily defeats her again. He asks her to transfer him $10,000. Uding shrugs. It's nothing to her, and even offers more if he'll be her regular sparring partner. He refuses, saying he just wants the agreed amount. She transfers the money and warns him not to answer her calls in the future, or give her number to anyone else. He finds her attitude absurd. Even as an emperor, he wasn't this arrogant. After that, Uding leaves her seat and tells Yan Hui to go sit next to Lin Mo instead. Yan Hui looks like she wants to argue, but she's too intimidated. Zixuan steps in and offers to sit with Uding instead, giving Yan Hui the excuse she needs to move. Zixuan tries to strike up a conversation with Uding, talking about games, but she instantly shuts him down, telling him to be quiet. The bus eventually arrives at the foot of the mountain. The students all stare in awe. It's much higher than they expected. The boys, realizing how tough the climb will be, ask the girls for help. Some girls even joke that they'll carry the boys on their backs if they get too tired. Yuno, full of energy, encourages everyone to follow her lead so they don't fall behind. They start climbing. About 30 minutes into the climb, some of the boys already start complaining. They're winded and struggling to keep up. Lin Mo watches this unfold and is honestly surprised. They're even less fit than he is. Despite the heat and the uphill path, he keeps going. As he walks, he thinks to himself that once he regains his former strength, he'll surpass everyone around him. For now, though, the body he's in can only do so much. Still, he keeps pushing. Yuno notices he's climbing alone and feels a little guilty. After all, she was the one who brought him on this trip. She wants to help, but also hesitates. She's known as the center of attention, and being seen helping him might tarnish her image. But eventually, her concern wins out. She approaches him and offers support. Lin Mo refuses. He says she should go on ahead. He'll be fine. He doesn't want her pity. He tells her directly that he can handle it, even if he's slower. She walks away, and he keeps moving, telling himself that this kind of exhaustion is nothing. Back in his own world, he endured training and trials far worse than this. The things he had to face to become emperor, these mortals wouldn't last a day. Eventually, Yuno catches up with the others and tells Lin Mo that if he can't keep up, he should wait for her. He keeps going alone. Surprisingly, he manages to climb more than 2/3 of the way up on his own. Eventually, he runs into Yuno and a group of girls again. They suggest stopping and heading back to eat at a restaurant instead, but Lin Mo refuses. He wants to reach the top. He wants to see the view. Yuno tries to convince him to stop, worried he might hurt himself, but the other girls pull her away, telling her to just let him go. If he wants to push himself, that's his decision. Lin Mo continues the climb solo. After another 20 minutes of grueling hiking, he finally reaches the top. To his surprise, Uding is already there, sipping a drink. She glances at him and raises an eyebrow. He doesn't say anything and just stands there, taking in the view, the high elevation, the air. There's spiritual energy here. Not a lot, but more than anywhere else he's found so far. He pulls out a blue stone and holds it in his hand, absorbing what energy he can. For the first time since arriving in this world, he feels a faint spark of power. He thinks to himself, he may have lost everything, but now that training is possible, he can start over. It doesn't matter how long it takes, he will return to the top. Uding walks over and interrupts his thoughts. She asks what he's doing. He simply replies, looking at the view. She chuckles and tells him she'll let him off for today, but starting tomorrow, he's her official training partner. Then she casually leaves, tossing him a leftover sandwich before heading down the mountain. Lin Mo doesn't even hesitate. He unwraps the sandwich and eats it. He's eaten far worse during his training in his past life. Then he begins cleaning his marrow and regulating his breathing, slowly recovering spiritual energy. After some time, he takes out his phone and calls Yuno. He tells her that the place is pretty nice and he's thinking of staying there for a while during the holidays. Then, he calls his aunt to inform her of the same and books a hotel room for the next 2 months near the mountain. During those 2 months, Lin Mo completely isolates himself. Every day, he climbs the mountain, trains, and slowly rebuilds his strength. When the break ends, he calls Yuno again, asking her to come pick him up. Yuno is relieved to hear from him. She's been bombarded with questions about where he went, especially from Uding. She heads to the hotel, but when the door opens, she freezes. Standing there is a tall, lean, incredibly handsome guy. She panics, thinking she knocked on the wrong room. She apologizes immediately, but then the guy calls her by name, Yuno. She stops in her tracks. He tells her that it's him. He's Lin Mo. She's in total disbelief. She asks if he's a friend of Lin Mo or maybe playing a prank. He confirms again. He is Lin Mo. He just lost weight. That's it. Still stunned, Yuno watches him walk out of the room with zero emotion, giving her time to mentally catch up. Finally, it sinks in. It really is him. And suddenly, she's incredibly glad that she was never cruel to him when he was overweight. She quickly offers to carry his bag and rushes to open the car door for him like a personal assistant. In the car, she tries to make small talk, complimenting him, saying he looks so handsome now. She even warns him not to fall for girls like Yan Hui, who are only interested in appearances. Lin Mo just tells her to be quiet. Yuno immediately regrets not climbing the mountain with him back then. She silently prays that she's still high on his list of favorites. She even offers to take him out for a meal, but Lin Mo declines. He says he just wants to go home. Back at the house, Lin Mo walks in, and his family doesn't even recognize him. They think he's a stranger who wandered in. He tells them it's him, Lin Mo. They accuse him of having plastic surgery. He replies that he couldn't have done that because they have all the money. Then, with a slight smirk, he asks if they'll still be paying for his semester fees. His aunt says she will, but warns that if he ever disrespects her or his uncle again, she'll stop paying. The next day at school, Lin Mo walks into the classroom and no one recognizes him. Everyone assumes he's a new transfer student. The girls are stunned by his looks and can't stop whispering about how handsome he is. Lin Mo, however, is uncomfortable with the attention. He suspects it might be because of a lingering aura from spiritual energy. Just as he's trying to shake the thought, Uding bursts into the room, dragging Yuno by the collar. She storms in, demanding to know where Lin Mo is. Yuno, still recovering from the shock, finally points at him and says, "That's Lin Mo. He lost weight." Uding doesn't believe it. She narrows her eyes and accuses them of lying. Lin Mo interrupts, confirming it's him. He says if she wants to train, they can meet after class. Uding still looks skeptical, even after Yuno explains that Lin Mo trained by climbing the mountain every day. Uding leans in again and asks, just to be sure, "You're that fat guy?" Lin Mo glares and tells her not to call him fat again. That finally convinces her. She shrugs and says she doesn't care if he's fat or thin. He still has to stay after class today. Before she walks off, Yuno quickly admits that the guy she had pretended to be Lin Mo before was just a random stranger. Uding is impressed by her guts and calls her the most daring girl she's ever met. After Uding leaves, all the girls surround Yuno, firing off questions about Lin Mo. How did he lose weight? When did he change? And is he single now? The teacher walks in, scolds the class, and sends everyone back to their seats. She pauses when she sees Lin Mo, surprised at first, but doesn't make a fuss. She announces that the seating chart is being changed. A wave of hands shoots up, all the girls volunteering to sit next to Lin Mo. Yuno tries to stake her claim, but the teacher silences the chatter and assigns a quiet, chubby boy to sit next to Lin Mo instead. Lin Mo is honestly relieved. When class ends, the girls crowd around him again, bombarding him with invitations. "Come eat with us. Let's hang out. We've got snacks." Lin Mo coldly tells them to get out of his way and walks off, leaving them fangirling in his wake. His cousin, watching all this, is seething with jealousy. Even during lunch, Lin Mo is the center of attention. Yuno is visibly trying to impress him, desperate to win his favor. Later, Yan Hui approaches Lin Mo, trying to apologize for her past behavior. She explains that she was just shocked by the engagement announcement. Lin Mo doesn't respond. He just walks away. On his way to the rooftop for some peace and quiet, he sees Xin heading there too. Not wanting to lose his favorite spot, he speeds up. She notices him following and thinks he might be after her. But when he walks past her and goes straight to the rooftop, she realizes he just wants the same thing she does. She speeds up too. So does he. What starts as a silent race quickly becomes a full-on sprint up the stairs. Neither of them wants to lose. They keep passing each other, both too proud to back down. Finally, they reach the rooftop at the same time, crashing into the doorway together. After a short struggle, Lin Mo squeezes through first and claims the spot. Xin accuses him of touching her chest. He snaps back that she was the one pushing him with her chest and slaps her forehead in irritation. He knows in this world, men are seen as the weaker gender, but he doesn't care. He's not playing by their rules. Xin doesn't leave. She continues glaring at him, muttering about how she'll win next time. He threatens to call the police if she keeps bothering him. She thinks about retaliating, but then remembers how things work in this world. No one would believe her over a man. She concedes for now, saying she'll win next time, and walks away. Lin Mo is glad to finally have the rooftop to himself again. He pulls out his phone and checks the news. What he sees sends chills down his spine. A chicken farm reports that thousands of chickens were mysteriously drained of life overnight. Their bodies are dried up, turned into husks. He instantly recognizes this. This has to be the work of a demonic sword. In their final battle, the demon venerable had detonated her sword to shatter the void. He'd assumed the weapon was destroyed. But this suggests she might still be alive, and still hunting for power. He remembers how she once killed him to prove her strength, but he had managed to touch the laws of immortality. He had become something greater. She hadn't. All she could do was kill. And now she's trying to recover. He vows not to sit back and wait. He has to investigate this. After school, Yuno offers to go with him to meet Uding. Lin Mo declines. She says she'll cover for him anyway and hopes to gain his gratitude. Meanwhile, Lin Mo gets into a cab, headed toward the chicken farm. It's far from the city, desolate, eerie. He's determined to find out whether the demon is still alive. He's even willing to damage his soul if that's what it takes to defeat her again. As he exits the cab, the area is unusually quiet. His spiritual senses are dull, but he still picks up the faint trace of demonic energy coming from a nearby house. He suspects the demon venerable's presence, but just as he's about to approach it, Uding appears on her motorcycle, catching him off guard. She casually asks what he's doing in a place like this. Lin Mo makes up a quick story, saying he was in a taxi when the driver took a weird route, so he got out here. Uding tells him to be careful now that he's handsome. People get kidnapped in rural areas all the time. She hands him her helmet, tells him to stay put, and walks off, saying she's just here to drop off an order. Lin Mo watches her leave, but something about her direction seems suspicious. She's heading straight toward the demonic energy. She might be tracking it too. Curious, he decides to follow her, quietly, from a distance. Yuding reaches the farm, and an old woman steps out to greet her, asking who she's looking for. Without hesitation, Yuding draws a gun and points it at the woman, warning her not to pretend. The woman panics, telling her it's illegal to carry firearms. Yuding doesn't flinch. She coldly replies that laws don't apply to cultivators. The woman insists she's just a farmer, but Yuding catches her subtle movement. She's reaching for a hidden knife strapped under her sleeve. In one swift move, Yuding fires at her hand, forcing her to drop the weapon. Then she draws her sword and demands answers. Still pretending, the woman says she's not evil. She just used a special method on her chickens because there's no spiritual energy in this world. Yuding isn't buying it. She accuses her of refining chickens today, but possibly people tomorrow. She warns that even with limited cultivation time, she's talented enough to match a 10-year monk in power. That's when the woman drops the act. Her body mutates into a grotesque monster as she admits Yuding is right. She claims she only wanted to go further in her cultivation and needed the chickens for that. She says it's a shame. She had hoped to get stronger before being caught. Without fear, Yuding charges at the monster. Lin Mo, who's been watching the whole time from a hidden spot, recognizes the aura. This isn't just any monster. That energy definitely comes from a demonic sword. If that's true, Yuding is in serious danger. Yuding quickly realizes the same thing. She thinks she can't afford to take a hit from this creature, so she uses a spirit sword talisman. It fails. The monster slams her into the ground. Just before it can strike again, Lin Mo leaps into action, stepping between her and the beast. Yuding is stunned. She screams for him to run, but he tells her to turn away. He'll handle it. He taps into his spiritual power. It's faint, but enough. With a flash of energy, his form changes. He briefly reveals his true identity as the Emperor. Back in the city, at Guan Temple, a bell rings, startling the monks. One of the disciples asks why the bell would activate now. Their master kneels in reverence and whispers, "The father of Tianshui Mountain has returned." Back at the farm, the monster weakens. The Emperor questions it, demanding to know where the demon Venerable is, but the creature is nearly spiritless, just a remnant of what it once was. It doesn't answer. The Emperor decides to take no chances. He extracts and purifies its soul, removing the demonic influence. Even if it was a trap by the demon Venerable, the purified soul is a valuable cultivation tool. Turning to Yuding, who lies injured and dazed, he performs a spell to wipe her memory of the incident. Her eyes lose focus and she forgets everything she saw. Then he re-enters Lin Mo's body and checks her cultivation. He's surprised. Yuding has an extremely rare and pure spiritual root. Even in the immortal world, she'd be considered a genius. She's in the late stage of Kai refinement, which is unusually high for this low-energy world. This means she must have a special place to train. No way she could have gotten this far otherwise. As he gets ready to leave, he feels his heart slowing down. Overusing his residual soul power might have injured his organs. He grits his teeth, hoping the damage isn't too serious. Just as he steps outside, two women suddenly block his path and start harassing him. Before he can do anything, Yuding appears again, fully recovered, and beats them up. She scolds him, saying he should learn to protect himself when people like that approach. Then she offers to give him a ride home. On the bike, she casually asks if he was scared when those women harassed him. He shrugs and tells her not to call him fat again. That's when she remembers. He stood her up. She confronts him about it. Lin Mo flips the blame, saying his family didn't want him to go alone and that he actually waited for her. She backs down, saying she had an emergency. Then, while walking away, she calls someone and reports that the mission was completed, but this target was unusually strong. After she leaves, Lin Mo heads toward his room, only to be stopped by Zixuan and Yan Hui. Zixuan tries to mock him again, hinting that Yuding is a womanizer and implying Lin Mo shouldn't hang around her. Yan Hui tries to cover it up, but Lin Mo ignores both of them and walks into his room. There, the Emperor reflects on his situation. He realizes he can't keep using his soul energy recklessly, or it will cause irreversible harm. But thankfully, he now has the demonic soul fragment from earlier. It'll help him cultivate again, as long as he removes the dark energy from it. His thoughts are interrupted by a knock on the door. When he opens it, Yan Hui is standing there. She says she came for him, that she's been thinking and realized she actually has feelings for him. She admits she was mean before, but that was just her being defensive. When she's with him, she says, she feels comfortable. She apologizes, and then asks him out. Without a word, Lin Mo slams the door in her face. Inside, he tries to calm his thoughts. Even though he once believed he had transcended all desires and weaknesses, reaching the pinnacle of spiritual formation, he's now realizing something troubling. A few kind or cruel words still have an effect on him. He decides it's time to train his mind again, to increase mental clarity and block emotional interference. The next day at school, things are just as chaotic. Lin Mo walks in and is instantly swarmed by girls offering him food, asking to eat with him, trying to flirt. Yan Hui, too, is trying to get his attention. She even dumps Zixuan, hoping it'll impress him. But Lin Mo doesn't even look her way. While heading to the rooftop for lunch, he notices Xin heading there again. Not wanting her to take his spot, he picks up the pace. Xin sees him too, and speeds up, determined to get there first. It turns into another unspoken race. They reach the rooftop nearly at the same time. Xin claims the space, saying she got there first. Lin Mo pushes back, arguing that it's his spot because he won the last time. Neither of them wants to back down, so Xin proposes they settle it with a game of Go. They sit down and start playing. The hours tick by. Even after school ends, they're still locked in an intense match. Neither side is willing to concede. They're too evenly matched. Eventually, Lin Mo suggests they call it a draw. Xin refuses. She wants to keep going, but when she stands up, her legs are numb from sitting too long. She stumbles and falls right onto him. Lin Mo flicks her forehead and scolds her for touching him again. Then he walks off, saying if it happens again, he'll sue her. As he exits the school, his phone rings. It's Uding, already yelling the moment he picks up. She demands to know where he is. He says he's at the school gate and asks if she's here to pick him up. Internally, Lin Mo is still trying to figure her out. How is someone who plays around all day still so advanced in cultivation? He decides to use this opportunity to observe her and maybe uncover her secret. Uding arrives and immediately questions why he's still at school. He lies and says he fell asleep. She doesn't buy it, but doesn't press the issue. Instead, she says she wants to settle accounts with him. She hands him her helmet and takes him to her place. The Emperor scans her house carefully. To his disappointment, it looks like a typical room. Mostly computers, no cultivation gear in sight. She teases him, asking if he feels safe here. Instead of answering, he punches her in the stomach. Caught off guard, she doubles over. Then she recovers, a little impressed, and asks if he wants to play again. Determined to beat him, they sit down for a rematch. They end up playing 47 games. Lin Mo wins every single one. When he gets up to leave, she begs for one more round, but he declines, saying they can play again another time. As he leaves, he discreetly places a talisman paper doll in her house, a surveillance charm that can move on its own and send back visual feedback. Meanwhile, someone takes a photo of Uding bringing Lin Mo to her place. The image spreads across their class group. When Yan Hui sees it, she's furious. She mutters under her breath, wishing something bad would happen to Uding. Suddenly, a voice speaks to her, seemingly from nowhere. It asks if she wants revenge. Alarmed, she demands to know who's speaking. The voice replies that it's not important. All she needs to know is that it can grant her what she wants. The voice claims to be the #1 divine sword from the Jiao immortal realm, shattered in the battle with the Emperor. If Yan Hui helps it recover, it will give her immortality and power beyond belief. Yan Hui immediately agrees. The sword sends a flash of blue light into her body and begins fusing with her. Yan Hui asks when the power will kick in, but the sword explains that it depends on her. What does she want? Yan Hui says she wants to learn hypnosis. The sword agrees, saying she has the right mental affinity. It gives her a technique called Dream of the Soul. Back at Uding's place, the surveillance paper doll is feeding everything back to Lin Mo. She's still just playing games. He watches as she finishes up and heads to her room to change. The doll silently latches onto her clothes, staying hidden. In her room, Uding pulls out spiritual tools and talismans. They're not the highest grade, but in a world this lacking in energy, they're rare. She gets on her bike and rides to a wedding venue. A couple is just finishing their ceremony. She waits for the right moment, then approaches the groom. Chen Zhu, she says coldly, your wish has been granted. It's time. The groom's body shifts. His true form is revealed. He's a fox demon who drains women's life force. Uding strikes him down immediately. With his dying breath, he thanks her and apologizes to his bride, saying she should trust Uding. She'll protect her. The bride breaks down, sobbing. Uding gently tells her that the man was never human. He seduced women, drained them of their energy, and left them to die. She casts a memory-erasing talisman on the bride and walks away. Back at Lin Mo's house, the paper doll detaches and attaches itself to the dead fox demon. Lin Mo begins a soul transfer spell, bringing the demon's spirit into the paper doll. 20 minutes later, the doll returns to him. The soul of Chen Zhu wakes up in this new form, shocked. He thought he had died for good. The Emperor asks him, do you want to die or live again? Chen Zhu answers immediately. He still has things he wants to do. He wants to live. The Emperor agrees, but in exchange, Chen Zhu must serve him for 10 years. After that, he'll be granted a new life. Chen Zhu accepts the deal and bows in gratitude. Lin Mo then orders him to explain everything he knows about this world's cultivation system. Chen Zhu starts talking. Cultivation resources here are limited. So many practitioners enter secret realms to train, but those realms are controlled by powerful clans. Without connections, ordinary cultivators are treated like fuel, used up and discarded. Lin Mo interrupts. Is that why you became an evil cultivator? Chen Zhu nods. He explains that many cultivators are forced down that path because they have no other option. The cultivation world always targets and destroys so-called evil cultivators. Lin Mo asks about Yuding, whether she's one of them. Chen Zhu shakes his head. Yuding isn't just any cultivator. She's part of the Phoenix Group, and also a member of the Shao family, one of the top 3 cultivation clans. Lin Mo presses again. Does immortality exist? Chen Zhu says he's never heard of anyone reaching it. Then Chen Zhu asks for permission to visit his loved ones. Lin Mo agrees. He can visit them during free time, but must never reveal Lin Mo's identity. The next day, Lin Mo heads to school with Chen Zhu, now in the form of a small paper doll, tucked inside his pocket. Chen Zhu is shocked when he realizes that his powerful new master is actually a high school student. Even more surprising, the moment they arrive, Lin Mo is immediately surrounded by girls fawning over him. When Lin Mo sits down at his desk, he notices something strange, a pile of snacks stacked neatly there. At first, he assumes Yuno might have left them, but he soon discovers it was Yan Hui. She shows up not long after, trying to flirt again. Zixuan, who's been watching from the sidelines, can't stay silent. He asks Yan Hui why she's acting like this, and she replies boldly that she has every right to. After all, Lin Mo is her fiancé. The class stirs with whispers. Zixuan and Yan Hui start bickering, and Lin Mo quietly takes his seat, ignoring them. Yan Hui turns back to him and tries to play the caring card, telling him to call her if anyone ever bullies him. Meanwhile, a new rumor is circulating among the students. The boys are saying that Yan Hui is just trying to steal Uding's man. When Uding hears about this during lunch, she brushes it off, until Yan Hui walks past her and smirks. That tiny gesture lights a fire in Uding. The tension between the two girls rises. Elsewhere, Lin Mo has already escaped the chaos and gone to the rooftop, where Xin is waiting. She set up the go board again. As he eats lunch, she casually tells him to slow down or he'll get fat again. She suddenly remembers the old Lin Mo, the overweight boy she met here before, and asks if he knows that guy. Lin Mo simply says he doesn't know who she's talking about. Xin gets suspicious. She shows him an old photo of him and asks again. Lin Mo still denies knowing the person. Frustrated, she backs off, thinking maybe he doesn't like talking about his past. She assures him she's not judging. She just wants to beat him at Go. Before leaving, she gives him back his old jacket, saying it probably doesn't fit anymore, and suggests they call today's game a draw since they're equally skilled. Lin Mo silently agrees. After she leaves, Chen Zhu pops out of Lin Mo's pocket and jokes about how strong his master must be. Every girl is into him. Lin Mo ignores the comment and changes the subject. He asks where Chen Zhu used to get the resources for his evil cultivation. Chen Zhu explains that most of it came from the Dark Door Web, a secret online black market. In this world, powerful families control all resources. But wherever there's greed, corruption follows. The Dark Door has been around for years, serving both rogue cultivators and greedy clan members alike. Lin Mo asks how to earn money there. Chen Zhu says they could take assassination jobs, but honestly, the fastest way would be to date a rich woman. Lin Mo immediately rejects the idea and shoves Chen Zhu back into his pocket. Now, back on Earth, the Emperor is thinking about checking out the materials available through the Dark Door. As he leaves the school, Yuding is waiting outside. Again. She drags him onto her bike before he can protest. Yan Hui watches, seething with jealousy. Yuding speeds off with Lin Mo, teasing him like always. But when he accuses her of liking him, she slams the brakes and lets him off, saying she only talks to him because of their gaming matches. He walks off, telling her not to catch feelings, and discreetly attaches another surveillance talisman to her clothes. Back home, Lin Mo tells Chen Zhu to browse the Dark Door and look for anything useful. What they find stuns them. Even the weakest spiritual tools from the immortal realm are selling for cheap. But what Lin Mo really wants are spirit stones, especially the rare 100-year-old Jinang stones. Unfortunately, they cost over 1 million yuan. He asks Chen Zhu for a loan. Chen Zhu hands him 30,000 yen, and with that, Lin Mo buys a batch of spiritual ink and paper, just enough to make a couple of talismans. The materials arrive the next morning. Chen Zhu watches nervously, thinking Lin Mo might fail to create one without proper training, but to his surprise, Lin Mo completes one perfectly on his first try. Still, Lin Mo is frustrated. His spiritual energy is so limited that he can only create 2 talismans before running dry. He lists them on the dark door for auction, and they get instant attention. People are bidding fast. The price rises rapidly. Even Uding from her room sees the listing while browsing the site. She offers a high price immediately, 1 full spirit stone. Lin Mo is surprised. If she's bidding on talismans like these, maybe she's trying to track down their creator. He wonders if this could be a trap. After all, she's with the Phoenix Group. Still, he decides to keep selling. The talismans are too profitable to ignore. The very next day, as Lin Mo plays another round of Go with Xin on the rooftop, he finds himself distracted. Xin notices and suggests they continue another time. She doesn't want to win when he's not focused. As he leans against the rooftop wall, enjoying the breeze, she jokingly tells him not to fall off. Eventually, he climbs down and heads off, but not before he's intercepted by Yan Hui. She tries once again to push herself into his life, but before things can escalate, Xin steps in, standing between them. Yan Hui warns her to stay away from her man. Xin doesn't even blink. She tells her to move. Lin Mo watches it all in silence, thinking, since when did I become anyone's man? Back at home, Yan Hui is plotting. She talks to herself, saying she's given Lin Mo plenty of chances. Now she's ready to hypnotize him directly. That night, as Lin Mo sleeps, he feels it, a subtle attack on his mind, a remote hypnosis technique. He's furious. Someone actually dared to try to control the Emperor. The next day at school, Yan Hui approaches him, smugly telling him to meet her at her house that evening. She thinks she's successfully hypnotized him. What she doesn't know is that Lin Mo already knows it was her. He quietly attaches a surveillance doll to her, hoping to find proof, but it's destroyed almost immediately. That's a problem. Only 2 people could have sensed it and destroyed it that fast, the Demon Venerable or the Demon Sword. The threat level just escalated. School ends, and Lin Mo is deep in thought. The paper doll being destroyed so quickly means one thing. Whoever is behind Yan Hui isn't just strong, they're dangerous enough to sense spiritual surveillance. He suspects that either the Demon Venerable or the broken divine sword from the immortal realm has returned, and one of them is hiding inside her. But with no solid proof, he can't make a move yet. His best option now is to involve the Phoenix Group. They're powerful, and if Uding is really investigating this realm's demonic threats, she could become a valuable ally. As he walks down the street, lost in thought, he doesn't notice the motorcycle speeding toward him. Uding, riding her bike, brakes hard to avoid hitting him, and ends up bumping into him slightly. She jumps off immediately, concerned. But Lin Mo sees the perfect chance to act. He pretends to be hypnotized and starts walking away in a daze, mumbling that he has to go to Yan Hui's house. Uding chases after him, calling his name. When he doesn't respond, she panics. She casts a quick spiritual spell to break any illusion or mental control. Lin Mo blinks and acts confused, pretending he just woke up. Uding asks if he's seen Yan Hui recently, and he deflects, saying she shouldn't worry about whether he meets his fiancée or not. She gets more frustrated and tells him she's taking him to the hospital. Lin Mo refuses. He says he doesn't trust her, so she pulls out a check and hands it to him, saying she doesn't want him suing her later for the accident. She walks off, leaving him holding the check. When he looks down, he's stunned. It's not a small sum. He just got a large amount of money for pretending to be injured. He immediately starts planning how to use it. Spirit stones, cultivation materials, everything he needs is now within reach. Meanwhile, Uding isn't done. She rides over to Yui's house to investigate. What she finds is disturbing. Inside, there are dozens of pictures of Lin Mo plastered across the walls. Journals, diagrams, manuals. Every inch of the room screams obsession. As she scans through the documents, her phone rings. She answers, and her face hardens. Yan Hui has gone missing. If you enjoyed the story so far, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Recap, and stay tuned for the next video.